Hello everybody, Sean Bolin, otherwise known as Starving the Dark Online here, and today welcome to the first video in a series that I believe I'm just going to call Because I Feel Like It, or something to that degree. Basically what this is going to be is I'm hoping to make this about a once a week show where basically I'm not sure how long these videos are going to be, but I think between half an hour to an hour, I'm just going to play whatever game I feel like, hence the name, and just talk to you about various things I'm doing, various things I'm enjoying, stuff I'm trying out, and so on and so forth. And this is going to kind of be, since I'm a very busy person right now, just the beginning of this channel, which I hope to eventually expand later on and try out different things. One of the major things I'm looking forward to trying out in the future when I get a little bit more organized with my life is maybe checking out a couple of the games that I've been interested in recently, but I haven't ever tried out, and just basically making commentary by showing you guys, hey, I've just started playing this game, here's the series that I'm doing where I'm just kind of playing through this game as much as I want. Made her roll there, that was pretty funny. And just having a blast and showing you guys what I enjoyed and trying out some games that I haven't before. So that's probably going to be coming up in a little bit. Once I've made my first couple of videos, I'll probably experiment with creating series based on different games like that. But for right now, I figure a great starting point for me, since I have no previous experience commentating and talking at length to myself in a quiet room, all alone, for an hour or so a day, is that I would try out this little series. And I'm going to be doing it at least once a week, but maybe I'll have one or two videos extra in there. So, just for fun and such, mess around and see what happens. As you can tell, I sometimes lose track of what I'm saying. But, that ain't nothing but a thing. That happens every once in a while. So anyway, enough about the boring technical stuff of what this channel is and what I'm going to be doing with it hopefully in the future, and on to the fun stuff. So today's game of choice, for those of you who don't already know, is Warframe. It's a free-to-play MMO game that, while it does take a little bit of processing power, not too far outside the realm of possibility though, it is basically a game where you shoot things together with other players, and you're a space ninja robot person in space. Basically, that summarizes everything. For those of you who do know what I'm talking about, the Void Trader, which is this awesome guy who comes every 2 weeks and sells you stuff, also goes by the name of Berto Okir, or as most of us call him, the bi-weekly Fairy of Disappointment, came and gave us a new weapon. So I thought I would show you what I'm rolling with, because I'm messing around with this new weapon, just having fun with it. It's called the Prisma Angstrom. It's this bad boy here, and I don't have much mods on it, and I haven't put a Orc and Catalyst on it or anything, but basically what this weapon is, it is a handheld rocket launcher, and so it just blows stuff up. Lots of fun there, and yeah, I want to go blow some stuff up with it. So let's see, what would be a good wow, we've got a lot of various like high level missions, and I kind of feel like doing something cool because I'm a cool guy like that. Excavation or survival, the age-old question. Well, I kind of just want to run around and run and gun and not think too hard about what I'm doing, so I'm probably going to choose the survival for right now. And let's see, that's a vaulted part, that's a vaulted part, all of these are vaulted parts. Do we have anything that's not oh, that's special. I always hate it when it comes down to this, because it's like, well, everything, all these relics just got vaulted in essence, so it's trying to find relics that I have that are not vaulted. E2. Yeah, these are actually kind of important. I'm going to run a couple of these and see if I can get lucky. One of the things I need, because I've been working... Oh, crap, I'm in solo mode. That's not going to help anyone. There we go. But one of the major things I've been working on recently is that I've been playing this game for about 2 years, and I sat down recently and kind of looked at where I was and what I've been doing, and I realized that I am literally... Hold on, I actually wrote down a list. 10 prime items away from having every prime item in this game, and that includes the fact that I don't have any of the new prime items that released with the Hydroid Prime Access Pack that literally came out like a week or two ago. And so, and most of these items I already have a couple of the parts for, even the vaulted items that came out a long time ago. So now it's just about sitting down and putting a little bit of farming effort and getting the parts that I don't have that are for non-vaulted weapons, and then buying the parts with platinum for weapons that I still need. So, with that in mind, I'm just going to have some fun today. Honestly, the running relic missions with the whole gambling aspect where you're not quite sure what you're going to get, I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a blast. Kind of like this weapon, but the problem with this weapon, if you didn't tell from what just happened there, is that it, like every explosive weapon in Warframe, it does this thing called self-damage, where basically it hurts you as much as it hurts the enemy, especially if you blow it up right next to you. And Banshee Prime here is definitely one of the less durable frames in terms of being able to take damage, so this is probably the stupidest combination I've done yet. But also means that it's going to be the most fun. Ow! And most liable for hilarity and problems down the road. Gotta say, I know that I'm not sure about the how good the Angstrom or the Prisma Angstrom are in relation to other weapons. I already see some massive problems for certain frames with them, just because they blow stuff up, including yourself. But it's definitely fun right now. I'm having a blast with this thing. Never actually ranked up the Angstrom, so this is my first time using the Angstrom in any format. And somebody blew a window, which means that everything's locked down, and oh no, don't die. Stop. Also, because I have like no mods on this thing, it's doing like nothing. Well, it actually with like just the 2 mods that you saw on it, which are very basic mods that aren't even fully upgraded, this thing's already doing like 1600 blast damage, which is great for the me, but also bad for me because I'm gonna likely die. But oh well. Let's see if I can avoid blowing every single one of these windows out, though it looks like somebody already took care of that for me. Okay, so as long as I keep it medium range away, I'm going to be okay. So as you can tell, very new to commentating, messing around, having fun, learning how to commentate, talk to myself, and act like a crazy person. It's kind of like those people who kind of walk down the streets with the new, the Bluetooth headsets that are like, invisible, that kind of just sit in your ear. I always love seeing those people because they're usually on business calls and such because they're actively doing stuff, but it always makes them look like they're crazy because they're just muttering away to themselves while not saying anything. And back when I was younger, whenever I did that, people always thought I was a crazy child, even though I was just thinking out loud. So go figure. Times change with technology. Both for good and for bad, so... hey, dot size, dot. I'm not even sure what he's trying to do there, but OMG what? Yeah, what up, man? Or woman, technically. I have actually seen female players in this game, or heard of them and talked to a couple of them, but they're definitely not as common as the guys. Still that whole stereotype thing going on. I always wondered, because, like, gaming is kind of something that's always been associated with men, which is just wrong, because I've seen tons of women now who enjoy video games and actively play them. But I always wondered, like, is there, like, let's see, well, is there, like, a field that, women dominate instead of men? Like, similar to gaming for guys? Like, I don't know, like an entertainment field that's, like, fun? Like, is there just something like women... for the longest time, were just dominated the radio host industry to compare the guys. I know that's not true, but, like, is there something like that? Because if not, that would be interesting to learn. Oh, okay, so also when you charge it... Oh, well, that was fun. So apparently you fire a single rocket when you just hold the trigger, naturally, and you go through your ammo, but if you charge up using this charge-up feature, it fires all 3 rockets all at the same time. Also, this is incredibly stupid, but fun as heck. Oh, crud. And that can do a lot of damage, but I'm assuming that also means to me. And I'm also using the Secure Electra as my melee, because I recently got that. All I've done is put an Orc and Catalyst on it, so no Formas. And this thing kills quite well, and it gives me a lot of what I need. Which is credits, because credits in this game are probably one of the things that you have to farm for the most, because credits are used for literally everything. And they never give you enough, ever. Note to self, don't hit a Corrupted Nullifier shield too hard with a rocket, otherwise I'm going to blow myself up. But yeah, whoa, I'm sorry, I forgot to see what Slife said in response. Necros' stuff changes your energy color. Oh, yeah, that's a problem. For all of you people who love playing Necros, which is the, God of Death frame, in essence, bringing back people is great, but you always bring back minions for yourself that look like the enemies you're trying to kill. So unless your energy color is something really, annoying, like bright pink or something, it's never obvious which ones are enemies and which ones are the revived people from Necros. Unless you go for, like, bright pink, as I mentioned, purple, the sort of like piss yellow color that looks really terrible. What was another really good one? Oh yeah, like a lime green, like a bright lime green. Also, what the actual heck is this option? I already have 2 of these, and I know that it's vaulted, but it's not really that important. I think I'm going to go, since I have everything I need from Baratokia right now, I'm going to grab a Forma, because I'm actually pretty low on Forma blueprints. And, sure, we'll try one more. Well, I just don't feel like it. I want that Bronco Prime barrel. I want that thing. Also, I'm pretty sure that's one of the new relics here. Let's see. No, it's just a vaulted relic. Never mind. So as you can tell, I get distracted quite a bit. Not sure if I'm going to honestly work to fix that, because I actually kind of enjoy doing that. This is a series that is meant, this particular series, since it's just because I feel like it, is meant to kind of just be a relaxing series where I just do whatever the heck I feel like, and people can watch if they choose to or not. I think I'm going to stick with that model by just not trying super hard with this series, if you get what I mean. Like, I'm going to put in effort to make sure it looks fairly nice, and I try to not be just quiet for half an hour. But, like, I'm just going to talk about whatever I feel like and not really organize my thoughts at all. And so that's going to be something that I'm going to be doing, and it's just the way I like to roll for right now. Plus, it makes the game that much more fun when you're just messing around and doing whatever you feel like. Yes, okay. Ew, a die. Leave me alone. I gotta say, for those of you who are wondering what the heck I'm doing with Banshee, a lot of people in this game tend to use her 4th ability, Soundquake, which is, for those of you who don't know, this one that just slams everything. That's the one that everyone tends to focus on with Banshee. Ow, 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 ow. No, 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 don't hurt me. Nice enemies, don't hurt me. People tend to like to use Soundquake with Banshee because, you know, it's a massive nuke ability that you know, can blow up the entire battlefield and kill everything on it. Yeah. Prisma Angstrom with Banshee. Not the best combination. Just not... I think I just did over 1,000,000 damage with that hit. Holy crud. Like, I'm gonna have to go back and check the recording, and I'll let you... Probably I'll put, like, a piece of text there, but I think that was 1,000,000 plus damage there. But, oh, this is not good. We're trapped right now. We need to get out. But, yeah, sorry. Getting back on topic for, like, the 3rd time in a row. People tend to like to use Banshee Soundquake as the ability of choice for Banshee whenever they ultimate her, because, you know, it's really high damage, especially if you upgrade it right. The problem with it is, though, is that I don't have fun with that, because all I'm doing is, as you probably saw from the little demonstration earlier, I can't move, I can't shoot, I just sit here and blow stuff up. Oh, can't get to you, sorry, dude. And that's kind of frustrating. So, I prefer to use what's her 2nd ability, which is Sonar, which is this one that you've been seeing me use, where basically what it does is any enemies that are caught within that wave of blast, let's see, I can show you here, they kind of get expected, and now you see how her shoulder's like light green, lime green, which is my energy color, or that guy's entire upper half was. That's a weak point, which basically means when I hit that with my weapon, it does extra damage. Only reason it's not doing too well is because I have an unupgraded like Prisma Angstrom right now. But yeah, Sonar basically makes it so there's big weak points like what Helios's Prime's Detect Vulnerability does to people. And it can hit, I can hit quite a bit of the map using this ability. And so basically that ensures that my teammates and myself, because this also works with your teammates, can all do extra damage with our shots. And as you saw, apparently with the Secure Electra, if you just hit it right and you get that awesome crit from the Secure Electra, which already does a crud ton of crit damage, and then you can also combine that with a weak point correctly, you can apparently do over 1,000,000 damage with Unformed Secure Electra. I'm really gonna have to check that. It was definitely in the 6K or above range, though, for sure. It was definitely at least 100,000, which will basically destroy anything at this level, no problem. But I think that was huge. I've never done something like that before, so ultra exciting. I'm not one of those players who uses, you know, like a... Let's see. Oh, I see. There's... Oh, well, I see what he's referring to. There's 2 Necros Primes, and one of them apparently has a light blue energy color. Oh, and I was doing it myself, where it's all of these guys who look light blue and who barely look any different from their counterparts. And that's what's been confusing us. You know, easy way I feel like they could fix that with Necros is just make it so the entire enemy is like bright blue or bright pink or something, instead of it just being like this like wispy stuff that kind of floats off them, because that is really hard to see sometimes when you're just, you know, there's, for example, right here, I have this on low graphics and there's still like 18 million particle effects going on all at once, and I can't tell what's going on, and I think I'm about to die, but I'm not 100% sure. Ow. Run. Hide. Okay. Part of the trick with Banshee sometimes is that I have quick thinking on her, which helps save her in emergency situations, and just the ability to run like the devil. Also, we should probably see if we can get more energy for her by using our Xenuric Lens so we can regain more health. For those of you who have not played Warframe before, I apologize that I'm using all the terminology and don't have time to explain every little detail. There are videos that do that, or you can just sit back and enjoy the melodious sound of my voice without actually caring about what game I'm playing. Did I get 10 reactant? I did, okay. I'm just gonna go for the silver item in this case. These are common items, and this is an uncommon item, and I might as well grab it because it's usually worth more ducats or platinum, which is kind of some of the in-game currencies. So I'll just use that one, honestly, because I don't really care. That one's vaulted. Do I have any non-vaulted? Well, I don't need this one anymore because I actually got a Hydroid Prime Blueprints the other day, which was kind of really cool. Good old water. Always essential. So I guess for that, I'll just use that particular. I'll just take a breath. Take a drink. Wow. Cannot speak today. Water and air, both important, but I was referring to water, not air, in that case. And so, yeah. It just, as you can... This is one of those things where it's just... I'm learning how to talk, having fun, repeating stuff. If you've probably noticed, I've said the same thing like several times. We'll see if that corrects itself in time. Honestly, I've been doing that since like before high school, and it's never gone away. Never sure if it's meant to or not, or if it's just a personality quirk of me, but we'll see in the future. Okay, die. Thank you. One thing I gotta say I hate about the Corpus is that the sapping ospreys, which you just saw there, keep dropping those little health sapper orbs and energy sapper orbs, which are just the worst things on the planet. Because they drop so quickly and they look so much like energy shields, I can never figure out if I'm inside a nullifier bubble, an energy shield, something my eye has created, or like right now I'm inside something that's removing my shields. Oh, there we go. Ah, stop it! Jerks. Every single one of these guys is a jerk. Okay. Nice thing about the Angstrom, though, because it does that blast damage thing, that does mean that it also kind of blows up a lot of those sapper orbs. As long as I don't... Oh, that was a bad idea. Okay. Yeah, so if I'm going to use this Angstrom, I'm probably not going to need to upgrade it with an Orokin Catalyst. I actually just barely got one from a spy... there was a special spy mission that dropped an Orokin Catalyst blueprint recently, so in the next day or so I should have one. And that's going to be really fun to see if I can mess with this thing, or use that Orokin Catalyst on something else. The reason I'm playing Banshee right now, for those of you who do not... Well, since none of you know... is that I've recently got her. She's the most recent Prime Warframe that I've added to my collection. And what I'm basically trying to do with her is I'm trying to get her to the point where I have a really awesome build for her. I already have the weapons that I want to use with her all the time selected. Angstrom is not one of them, in case you're wondering. But I'm really looking forward to her. I really enjoy her sonar ability because I love being a team player. And with sonar, you're basically helping out your entire team regardless of what weapons or abilities they're using, because it just says, enemy now has weak points. Anything that does damage that hits those weak points from your team is going to do more damage. Like, that's just a flat-out damage buff, in a way. So that's always just really amazing that happens. Get back here. So that's something I'm really happy about with this. Warframe in particular that I really like about her. And so I'm hoping that I can take this into the future by getting her some weapons that work with her as well. I've actually already got a couple that I'm really happy about. For melee, which I don't have equipped right now because I'm trying to get credits, is the Legion, which is a huge, very high damage polearm weapon with a really long reach, and I've equipped it with a mod that basically means that called Helium Return, which basically means whenever I hit an enemy, I'm dealing damage to their health. I gain health back. It's like a vampire leech mod, which basically helps me out regain health, because as you can tell, Banshee often goes into the red health, especially with its higher level enemies, so having something that can instantly give you health return just by meleeing an enemy is really critical. I also then select the Euphona Prime, which is a small shotgun style secondary, as our secondary, because with the weak points, having a shotgun, so they, just sends a spread of bullets to do a lot of damage, because that's what the Euphona Prime is really good at, is just going to ensure that whenever I have weak points, I can capitalize on them and do tons of damage to the enemy with that. For primaries, that was actually my sticking point. The one that I saw that was seemed the most cool that I was seeing in some of the YouTube videos I was checking out when I was building for Banshee Prime is that the Prisma Grataka. Wow, I'm trying, guys. Let's try that again. The Prisma Grataka, which I think is how you say that, which is a primary weapon that basically has an over-the-top fast fire rate, which means it tears through ammo, though you can fix that with certain mods, and even some Riven mods have that kind of debuff to make its fire rate slower, but it does an insane amount of damage and has a really high status chance, so you can strip armor away from enemies with the correct kind of build of a Prisma Grataka. And a high fire rate combined with not the best accuracy means that no matter where the weak point is on the enemy, I'm likely to hit it with at least 1 or 2 bullets. Okay. Oh, well, I was going to revive you, dude, but okay. Fair enough, you can revive yourself. Just fewer revives for you in the future. Okay. But yeah, it's just... Prisma Grataka is definitely the weapon I want to use eventually for her, but however, as you see, this time Baratokir brought us the Prisma Angstrom, which means that the Prisma Grataka is still going to cost us, like, you know... How much Fragger? I already have this, and I need this. I'll take this since it's a non-common part. Otherwise, I would have taken the Forma Blueprint. Because, as you can see, I don't have a lot of them, and, well, none of this other stuff is any good for what I'm trying to do. You know what? I really don't care about this one, so I'm just going to start rolling Axio 1 relics like nobody's business. I already have Oberon Prime and every... Actually, I think I have... Yeah, I have every single weapon that drops from that weapon. From that relic. Yeah, so I don't have the Prisma Grataka, as I mentioned twice, I think, now. So instead what I'm going to be using is I'm going to be using the Bratton Prime of all things. Because, believe it or not, I always used to diss the Bratton Prime for being a terrible weapon. But now that I've looked at it more closely and actually used it in combat, it's actually... For how easy it is to get for new players, because the Bratton Prime is probably... it's either tied with or probably the easiest Prime weapon, especially the easiest primary weapon to get in this game, and the easiest to build. It is just an amazing weapon for what it is. Like, it can get you through the star chart easy. I can actually probably see it up to level 100 enemies, probably beyond that with the right build. So it is definitely a worthwhile check out for anyone interested in assault rifles and prime weapons in general. It's a great weapon to check out. Mine currently has 0 Forma on it, and I want to use a 4 Forma build to start off with. And so that's going to take some Forma and a little bit of time. But the thing is, even at 0 Forma, it was still taking enemies of this level out no problem. The reason I don't have it equipped right now is because I'm trying to rank up the Prisma Angstrom, which it's at level 24 right now, if you can see in the bottom left-hand corner, right above my energy and health and such. And so because of that, I'm getting close, but I'm not there yet. But once I can do that, I'll maybe re-equip the Bratton Prime. I gotta say, one of the hardest things in this game sometimes is because I don't like to spend lots of platinum on, you know, Forma and such, is that it can take a little bit of time, because, for example, I've already put a Forma on Banshee, which is good. But I need to put 2 more on her, I think, in order to get all the mods I really want on her. Wow, redundancy much? Just good lord. But yeah, the point is, you know, in order to get all the mods I want to have Banshee equipped with on her, I need to put 2 more Forma on her, and then the Bratton Prime is going to take 4, which I have 0 on, as I mentioned. So that's 6 Forma, which means it's going to take me a little bit of time to do that. So in the meantime, I figured that I would work on farming Prime parts, getting every single possible thing I could ever want from Baratokir bought. And then after that, I'll probably just sit back down and start working on getting the rest of the Prime weapons and then focusing on new things, because that's kind of how I like to play these games. This is one of my favorite games of all time, and it's just a blast to play right now. Ugh, come on. Stop. Die. Oh no, this is bad. Nobody puts baby in the corner. Die, come on. Ouch! Gotta love it when your health goes from, you know, a lot to, like, none in, like, 0 seconds. Thank you, Necrosis, for dropping all of those delicious, gorgeous, health orbs down using your despoil abilities, because that has literally been keeping me alive this entire game. As you can tell, I like to be a team player, but some days it's like I honestly am just doing whatever the heck I feel like, which is maybe not the best help to the team right now. Yeah. Did we lose a window, or is that just my science? Okay. Oh. I don't... Why? Why do they always become corrupted and gain, like, you know, all their health and shields back the minute I start attacking them? Like, that has happened more times than I care to count. Also, walking into your own rocket is probably not advised by the board of directors or safety or whatever. Does Warframe even have that? Because I feel like, given the way most people tend to play this game, I feel like that board of directors are overworked and underpaid for whatever they're doing. They're not getting paid enough ever. Oh, wow! Vulpine Mask. That's something I finally got that for the first time a couple days ago. That is not a common drop. I mean, search and rare drops you can honestly find quite a bit, and they happen on quite a few masks, but Vulpine Mask is kind of unique. You don't see it very often. Also, I think there's currently, like, maybe 2 rapier-style sword weapons in the game, which basically means that there are only 2 weapons that are ever going to use that particular mod. But still cool to add that to the collection, and that way, in case I ever do pick up a rapier-style sword weapon, either for ranking up mastery or maybe for just honestly trying it out and using it just for fun, I'll have the right stance mod for it. That's right, I'm suicidal with the way I'm going about this. I also do have the Resonance Augment mod on here, which basically ensures that whenever I kill an enemy by hitting its weak point... Ooh, that's one of the new Axie relics, yay! Whenever I hit an enemy by kill an enemy by hitting its weak point, it will actually cause an explosion around it that will cause any enemies that are not already weak pointed to become weak pointed. That's a pretty nice drop. I'll take that. And I already have a Dual Compass Prime blueprint, and I don't even have a full set for that yet, so this is definitely the better choice. Dude, do not choose the Bronco Prime blueprint. I hope that... Well, I don't know what he was thinking there, but we will roll fit. What is this drop? The Ballistica Prime lower limb. Do not care for that. I already have one. I've gotten really lucky with getting some of the rarest drops of the new items just by accident in the past couple of days of relic farming. Okay. Arson Eximus, please don't look at me. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm now ready for your attention. And you're already dead. All right. Good to see that nobody pays attention to me in this game anymore. Sad face. Come on, everyone die. Because it's just... Warframe, I love the game Warframe because I don't have to take myself seriously. I can do massive amounts of damage and feel, like, just amazing. And just have a blast without actually having to spend any money. And I can get throughout the entire game, in essence. Ow. Ow. By doing that. It's just one of my most favorite things, and I love this game for that reason. I can pick it up anytime, and I really don't have to worry about, you know, investing an hour or investing a lot of time to get myself into a good mood or, like, practicing for this. I can just start playing immediately on, like, any level, and there's always fun stuff to do. Yeah, so Prisma Angstrom combined with Banshee is definitely not the most ideal combo. Banshee just does not have the armor and health required to handle constant self-damage, because I will inevitably shoot rockets way too close to where I am. Because I'm just that kind of person. There's a reason I use assault rifles and shotguns mainly, and not things like, you know, the Latron or any of its variants, because that's a single... It's more of a sniper rifle style, like, semi-automatic weapon, and I am terrible with aiming. Which is part of the reason I love this game so much, is that you can use sniper weapons and do really insane things with them, and become really proficient and a really good team player. But it also allows you to just run and gun like a maniac and blow stuff up. And still be a helpful member of the team, which is kind of nice. Oh, yes. Gotta say, in terms of whip-style weapons, the Secure Electro has the highest damage and just the most utility. So I would definitely encourage anyone who's I think it's Master Rank 8 to acquire Syndicate weapon or something. But either way, I would encourage anyone of the proper Master Rank to get this weapon just for utility and for fun. It's just really a fun thing to use, and none of the other weapons in this game that I can think of are really that fun. Admittedly, I have not tried them, though, so perhaps I should try before I speak. Okay. Ouch! I can never tell if it's the Shockwave MOAs or my own rockets doing that to me with the explosion thing. Okay. Yes! Explode everything. Yeah, so I think definitely now you're starting to see that the with only those two little cute mods on it, Prisma Angstrom is definitely falling off in terms of damage potential. I just cannot kill enemies very effectively with it. I'm relying more and more on that Secure Electra that just carry me, which, with corrosion damage, it is doing quite well. Thankfully, I also have a huge energy pool and quick redirection, which means that whenever I take lethal damage, I can spend some energy to stay alive. That's helping me out quite a bit. Wow, okay, that's a friendly. See, that's the other problem of having a light blue color energy for Necros. The nullifiers that you take over, like this one here, look the exact same with their energy bubbles as that nullifier, which is an enemy. Very tough to tell. Holy crud, this is fun. Come on, come on. Bring it. Oh, this is my favorite part of this game where you can just... Uh-oh. Ouch. Get into just a mess of enemies and just die, but have way too much fun killing everything. Come on, everybody. All the little children come to me. There we go. Ow, 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 ow. Jerks. I am just getting staggered like a amazing person. Okay, I think it's time to go full Secure Electra, no holds barred. Nobody cares. Nullifiers are the worst. Okay, pick that up somewhere. I don't know where. Oh, right there. And I'm down. It took them long enough, but I finally made it there. Excellent. I feel accomplished. If you're going to go down in this game, make it look epic, because that makes it all the more funny and hilarious for your teammates. Of course, it can also be frustrating. It honestly depends on the teammates, because some teammates are really cool in this game and are like, yeah, that was funny, good job, don't do that again. And then the other teammates just, like, you know, write a paragraph of text explaining why you and everyone in your family biologically related to you are just the worst people on the planet. Which I'm always amazed by that, because that requires a lot of effort, and it's to somebody else who doesn't care about you, what you think. Like, it just doesn't, that sort of attack does not work ever. Oh. Well, actually, I don't care enough about Vinca Prime Blades. I'll grab a Forma. I'm currently working on building the Vinca Prime set, but I'm missing the two rare parts to form one, so it doesn't matter anyway, so I might as well get a Forma that I could potentially be using within the next couple of days. When? I guess I have that. You know what? I'll be nice. I'll use... Well, they're using Exceptional Relics, so I'll use a Radiant Relic that I don't need anymore. We'll thin down the number of relic slots that I have currently. Ooh, I already have that part for Hydrate Prime, and I already have that part. It's kind of sad. Honestly, I have like 2 of the parts for Hydrate Prime. I just got his blueprint an hour or 2 ago when I was playing. And then Ballistica Prime's got like, I think 2 out of 5 parts. And then I have a Nami Scala Blade somehow. And then, yeah, I need the other like 4 parts for that too. So it's going to take a little bit, but I'm slowly working on getting the new... That's... What the heck? This guy's a tough one. There we go. Yeah, it's going to take some time. I gotta say, unlike some other games where you can kind of be nice and, you know, stay on topic with your thoughts, I am just seeing so much is going on in so little time that's like I get distracted so easily. Rubber duckies and buttery ketchup for whatever reason is what I'm thinking of currently, so perhaps I should not try to stay on track at all because my own inner thoughts disturb me. Okay. Okay, so these are all enemies. Ouch! Not the sapping ospreys. Okay. Everyone has to die. You're all very bad little boys and girls. Stop it. Yeah, my effectiveness just is sinking through the teeth because I don't actually have very high damaging weapons on me. Secure Electra does okay, but the Angstrom is not helping, and I don't have a primary to help carry me, so... At this point, it's all about casting my abilities and praying somebody else kills them for me. Oh, that's a lot of loot. Gotta say, for those of you who enjoy loot-style games where you get tons of loot, this is definitely one of the games for you, because there's loot everywhere. Okay, there we go. Wow, there's just a never-ending supply of these bubbly dudes. Bubble bubbles, toils and troubles, rubber ducky, bath time bubbles. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if I have, like, severe problems in the head. Probably do. Or at least that's what my family tells me. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Okay. Oof. Wow, he stomped me right out of existence. Whenever you... Wow. Oh, holy... Did you guys see that? Is his head just gone? Like, that guy's head is just not there. If I'm not mistaken. Freaking headless horseman over here. Creepy jerk. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Everyone get away. Wow, we've already been here for half an hour. I've been having so much fun, I have not been paying attention to that sort of thing. I guess this first video will probably go for like an hour. I'll make a pretty long video to start off with, because this is kind of the welcome to my channel, because I haven't made an official welcome video yet, and hopefully will one of these days. And just because I feel like it. Haha, plug in the name of the series in the very first episode. Yeah, that's how you know that I am totally unprofessional. Prism Angstrom, awesome. It should actually, because you get bonus XP whenever you finish the mission based on your kills and all that stuff, it should definitely hit level 30 by the end of this. So at least that way I can form one or two more, you know, useful mods. Oh my goodness, so many enemies. Leave at 30? I like how I'm going to be the one asking questions about that. I just do not have the weapons or the ability to move that I need to stay alive. There's just too much going on. Also, I'm having to basically charge my Secure Electro weapon, which means that I have no energy to stay alive either. Bit of a problem with Banshee, she goes through energy incredibly quickly with this build, so... Even with an awesome Xeneric Lens and Energy Siphon on her, the energy is... I am wanting for energy. Oh, I didn't see, was it... nobody responded. And I'm really not in a position to ask them. Yes or no? Let's try it. There we go, okay. Oh, yeah. I mean, seriously, that's like the 8th time I've gone down and like... so fully charging the Angstrom seems to help quite a bit. That Sapping Osprey having dropped its bomb directly on top of us is definitely not helping us, though. Especially with relic missions, because you're just here for the 5-minute things. So somebody doesn't care, but like, since relic missions, you know, it's all about just, you know, waiting till these, like, you know, 5-minute preset time periods to hopefully get good loot. You honestly don't care. Lex Prime Receiver, not really important. Axolotl Prime Receivers actually can go for quite a bit of flight on their own. I already have this part for the Ballistica Prime, as I mentioned, so I don't care. And so yeah, I'm going to see if I can play without Relic and get everyone to leave. Because I'm not really supporting the team anymore. Okay, we got one. Yep, okay. I think we've made this... Okay. Honestly, it's kind of one of those nerve-wracking points where you're never quite sure if everyone's going to agree with you. Because as a single player, I cannot force everyone to leave. Like, we need at least 2 players to agree to have a chance of getting us all to evac. So, good to see that works. Because it takes 2 players to start the little timer. And there we go. Excuse me. Wow, I guess I need to start drinking some more water. But there we go. That was a really sick mod that we got here. We got quite a few void phrases, and we got our Prisma Angstrom ranked up to 30. Yes. Now we got quite a few bit of affinity experience for our Unaru. Just because I happen to have a Unaru lens, and I figured, I'm going to be using Secure Electro a lot. Might as well get bonus awesomeness for it, since I'm going to be using it. Okay, everyone else already left me in the squad. Those jerks. And here we go. First of all, let's sit down. Okay, so it has this D polarity for the Prisma Angstrom, and I'm honestly trying to think of any... Just given what I see for it, I'm trying to think of any mods that immediately come to mind where it's like, yes, that would be a great D polarity for it, and I can't think of anything. I think I'm probably going to go online after this video and look up and see if there's Since this is my very first Prisma weapon I've ever gotten from Baratokir, I'm kind of interested to see what sort of builds there are for it. It definitely doesn't look like the best Prisma weapon he gives. Prisma Gurtaka, and like there's a couple other ones too that are really good. Seem to be better, but in the meantime, we'll enjoy this. So now it has a 20% status chance, and it does 3,000 blast damage. So it seems to do really good with raw damage. And actually, I happen to have this primed heated charge mod maxed out, and since blast is heat plus cold, this could... I don't even know how much blast damage this thing would do with that. Just trying to think through logically. Prime Plismo ammo rotation, I didn't rank this up. I got it for 5 out of 10 ranks for really cheap, so woohoo. These make no sense because it doesn't have any physical damage. What else should we stick on there? We should probably see if... Don't we have like a lethal torrent mod? Ah, we're one shy. Fire rate would actually, I think... Drops the multi-shot down, though it still goes up from where it was, and more importantly gives us like charge rate, because if you notice, it cuts our charge rate here from 0.6 to 0.38, so it cuts it down by a third, which is huge. I honestly am probably going to go with that. That seems like that could help out more. Also, I've never ranked up one, and I should definitely work on... Well, I've got one halfway. Magnum Force could actually be a really good thing with this weapon, because it is fairly accurate, but I feel like raw damage may help out more eventually. I'm not sure. That's something that I'm kind of just mumbling to myself, and I'll have to figure it out later. Also need to finish my Carrier Prime God build, which I don't have done yet. Okay. Well, I've got to use the restroom, and this seems like a really good location to stop our first video. I want to thank you all for staying tuned for this entire 30 to 40 minute video. Thank you for checking out this very first video on my channel, and thank you for holding through all the awkwardness that comes from this being my first time commentating and doing stuff like that, and mumbling, and you know, all that crazy stuff that comes with being a YouTuber. Bless you. Yeah. Another human being in the room, so wow, that was impressive. But yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Preferably comment, because I really want to see what your opinions are on how this went. And any awesome tips that you could give me for Warframe and such. And yeah, stay tuned for more. I'm going to be uploading more of this kind of stuff in the future. At least a video per week is my goal. And talk to you guys next time. Thank you very much.